This has its own magic.
Welcome
Hey!
to episode number 118 of Where's My Show, Super Suit Show. I think it's just Super Suit Show now. I'm pretty sure that's what we rocking. It's your boy Phony Toast, the toastest with the mostest.
Task, the old nerdy bastard in the building.
This is the old nerd OMB.
Yeah, OMB. How are you, sir?
I'm Spiderific right now.
You're Spiderific.
And I'm about to get my Aqua Boogie on this evening.
Nice. Okay. So you're gonna go. You just saw Spider-Man Into the SpiderVerse, right?
I just saw a whole bunch of spiders.
Okay.
It was webtastic.
And you're supposed to be going to see Aquaman tonight.
I'm going to see a fish called Momoa.
Tonight. So lots of stuff
right now. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yes, it is. Yes, we're getting there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just surprised and I'm kind of excited that we live in a world where, like, my little spoiled ass 3-year-old, right, has within this week now seen Wreck-It Ralph 2, which is essentially a video game movie.
It is.
And she's also seen Into the Spider-Verse, which is a comic book movie. Like, if I could have got those two separated within like 10 years as a kid, I would have been happy.
You mean just say,
like we had like when it was like video game movie, we were like, well, remember Fred Savage and the Wizard?
Oh man, I still remember that shit. I remember they like, damn, that'll never happen again. Where they reveal a game in a movie.
Yeah,
like we're watching this movie, and for those of you who don't know, because we're old as fuck. There's this movie called The Wizard about this guy and his little brother is like the world's greatest video game player, and he's trying to get him to this video game tournament. And so he gets him to the tournament, and the tournament's hella good, and he's beating everybody. And they said, we're gonna do something completely brand new. We're gonna drop a game for you guys to play that no one's ever played. And so while you're watching it in the theater, all of a sudden, oh shit, Nintendo's dropping a new Mario game. Wait, what?
Like a mainline Mario game. Like this was like a thing. And I remember, matter of fact, I went to that was the year that they did the World Series, the first World Series. And I remember my dad took me to the one at the Oakland Coliseum. And I remember I was heated, dude. I got into the top 50. And they had where you play like the 3 different games. So you have to play like Rad Racer and oh shoot, I forget what the other 2 games are. But you have to play 3 games. You can combine score. And I placed in like the last 7, but I didn't get the top 3 to go up there. And I was just like, if only I had known, I would have practiced this. This would have been dope. You know, but I remember I got to play. It was dope because I remember I got to play. It was Mega Man 3. Also, was they had a demo. That year. And then they, had the Mario 3. Everybody got to not everybody, but the top 3 people got to play the Mario 3.
It's
like they did in the movie.
I wish they would. Yeah, exactly. I wish they would have done something similar or. Do something in a game in a movie like that, just out of nowhere, just, oh shit, we're dropping this, by the way, we're dropping this new game in like a month. Yeah. And it was like, wait, what? But that was before the internet. Like, when new shit got released, everybody found out at the same time. It wasn't, you gotta go to this guy to find the info, or this guy got the plug. Nobody had that shit. Everybody found out at the same time.
At the very, it was... You word of mouth, or like you said, that special screen. Were you watching this last night? Yeah, we lived in a day where, if you didn't see something on TV, you had to hope that shit came back one day. You know that? We didn't live in the day of like, oh yeah, what happened? Well, I just paused and I went back and restarted the digital picture. Nah, it was like, oh, what happened? Yeah, I didn't make it back in time for the commercial, so I will never see that part again. Never ever see it. That is the end, and you move on. Later on in life, you go back and you watch some movies, and you're like, damn it, I didn't miss shit. All this time, I've been thinking I missed a critical part of the movie. No, the movie just sucked.
The movie just sucked?
Well, different movies.
Oh, different movies.
Different movies.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
No, back in the day, I'm saying, before we had the TiVo, the world of TiVo and digital movies and pictures. Like, I think about, my kid doesn't understand the concept of rewinding thing.
And that, I think that because we do that, it's like we appreciate it more. You get what I'm saying? Like, we appreciate it. And so, I just wish that, I don't know, we could go back and see how, people would be, if we took them back in time and say, how things are today. You actually have to press rewind for shit. I don't think my kids have ever pressed rewind for anything. Right. Except for they put skip.
But at the same time, I know exactly how it would be hella annoying. Because you ever get a new device, right? And it's a screen of some, has a screen of some sort, and it's not touchscreen these days. You start pressing on it, and start moving around. I remember when everything was a touchscreen, and I still be like, motherfucker, oh yeah, it's not, it doesn't work like that. My bad. Or is it some sort of controller or something? I gotta hook up to it.
Right. I get exactly what you're saying. But anyways, so SpiderVerse was this week. It just dropped. We're not gonna spoil anything. But I do want to say that it is. How do I say this? It's the greatest Spider-Man movie I've ever seen.
I could strongly concur. It is flawless on almost every level. From the humor that they were able to achieve with the various characters, to the way the city felt, the way each of the characters felt. It felt very real. The Spider-Man, there it felt very organic. Like, if this was, if this was a weekly show, I would be there every week. I would pay for mouse flicks, Sony flicks, whatever flicks I needed to flick for this shit. Alright? It was stellar, man. And I'm not a big Spider fan like most people. I don't hate Spider-Man, but I feel that there are far too many Spider-Man, and this wasn't the case.
This wasn't the case?
Wasn't the case today. It wasn't or yesterday, my bad. It wasn't the case yesterday, fam. It was not the case. There were just enough speed errors for my taste. I liked it.
Well, when it comes to, Sony, I had to say something this week, and I think I pissed a lot of people off, but I don't really care because, I try to live in the world that we are actually in instead of in the world that, we wish we were in. We need to stop saying, well, Feige needs to get Venom. That's not going to happen. We need to let that one go. Venom made over $850 million.
Fake news. I want to see the receipts.
You go on Box Office Mojo.
I'll watch Venom. That's not $850 million.
It's not. I never said that it deserved this money. What I will say is, it's. How do I say this? I won't say that it deserves the money, but I will say that it surprised everybody. I think it even surprised Sony. I think Sony didn't expect for it to do that good.
Sony's like, it's not that good of a movie. What do you guys? How do you guys keep buying these tickets?
I think they would have rather promoted SpiderVerse more, but Venom, they just threw it out there and said, let's see what people will like. Let's see what people will agree with. Let's see what people won't agree with. And they did it, and it made $850 million. So at this point, we're probably never going to see Venom in the MCU. Unless MCU... What are you looking up right now?
I was just saying if there's a lot of references to Venom tentacle porn videos. It's apparently... I was just wondering why it's so popular. I'm sorry. I was letting you do your thing, but... I was thinking, why did it make so much money? Well, what makes a lot of money? Porn. So technically, it's, and that's how I think it maybe is it's like, well, this is like PG tentacle porn.
PG tentacle porn? And holy shit!
That's a lot of Venom.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yo, that is disturbing.
Yeah. I was wondering what it is. This isn't like a new thing. There's a lot of...
I don't want to say it's not... Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
I don't want to say it's not a new thing, but I think that it's now mainstream.
Maybe, but at the very same time, this is a lot of different art styles. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of different interpretations of Venom throughout the year. This isn't even just okay, well, hey, look, new Venom or Tom Hardy. This is some classic older, the bluish tint, the classic dark black, before even the purple.
So are you saying this is old Venom porn?
I'm saying this is looks. A lot of these resolutions are very low res too.
A lot of black goo.
Look at Yahoo.com.
At Yahoo.com.
Nobody has a Yahoo email address. hello.
And if they did, they wouldn't put that on their work.
That's like,
Contact me at the Yahoo.
That's like late 90s, early 2000s. It was a long time.
Oh shit!
Power Girl with Venom?
Why is Power Girl in a Venom comic? Someone drew some shit. That's fucking crazy. You know, I should have known that there's people in the world who are fans of that. Of tentacle porn, which I didn't think that it would be that big of a deal until I saw how well they did overseas. When I saw how well they did overseas, I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think about this.
You know what else does well overseas?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tentacle porn is very popular overseas.
Yes. Now, Kaiju says, I really don't care if he ever is in the MCU. Spider-Man has enough rogues.
True.
I completely... And so, in that case, I just want to say, once again, we gotta let it go.
Here's one thing I can't say.
Uh-huh.
I just saw a Spider-Man movie without Venom and loved it.
And loved it. Mm-hmm.
I also had recently seen a Spider-Man movie without Venom. Also loved it.
Which one was that?
It was, had a dance, not the prom,
Homecoming, okay. I'm glad that we're having this conversation because I do want to ask you a question, and I would love for the people in our chat to talk to us about it.
Okay.
Question. Is Venom a Spider-Man character? Think about... Hold on. Don't just answer so quickly because I want everyone to think.
Okay.
Everything that's been done this year, including the Donny Cates run,
okay,
as Spider-Man, as Venom, and how he's pretty much completely took Venom away from, I'm that one dude that has a suit that was attached to Spider-Man. Is Venom now considered still a Spider-Man character?
Hold on, let me go ahead and just pull up something real quick. Venom 2018.
It got a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, 6.9 on IMDb. I mean, people haven't rated the movie well. Like I said, people are just seeing a lot. Okay, so this is the current Donny Cates Venom, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if we were to pull... Hold on, let me save this picture real quick. Okay, let's see. We'll save it. We'll go ahead and save it and show pictures real quick.
Okay.
Save, and we'll bring it up on the screen here. And just take a moment here. Pardon our dust. Let's see. Image.
Sakura is like, oh my god, these pictures tell us thanks for the Google search.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I mean...
Relax.
We share disturbing things. I mean, I don't know. I'll never unsee some of that shit. I can tell you that much. Okay, so done. And whoops, where did picture 2 go? Okay, so here we have nothing.
I was gonna say, wait, where is that?
Yeah, it didn't even show up. What the deal is? What the problem is? Okay, I guess that's not how that works. You need to be up here. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, the source is different. All right, so here we have Venom #1. This is in the series that Tass was talking about. So my first analysis of is Venom a Spider-Man character would be in relation directly to that big ass fucking spider emblem on his chest.
Okay.
And his stomach.
Okay.
That wraps around his back.
Is that the only thing you have? Is that it? Because he has a spider on his chest.
I mean, I'd go with his origin.
That they got rid of, by the way. But go ahead.
When?
In the comics.
Oh, by which issue?
The last 2 issues.
No, last 2. Okay. I'm a few
behind. Okay. I'm just hoping, is that all you have? It's just that he has a spider on his chest?
I mean,
Deadpool still rocks an X every now and then. Do we still consider him an X-Men character?
Yeah, he's still an X-Men character.
I don't think he's an X-Men character.
He was just in an X-Men movie.
No, he wasn't.
Deadpool 2 is an X-Men movie.
No, it's not.
There's X-Men in it.
So?
And an X-Force.
Falcons and Ant-Man.
2 entire X-Men teams.
Falcons and X-Men. I mean,
it's the only good X-Men movie that's come out.
It's not an X-Men movie. Falcons and Ant-Man. Is that an Avengers film?
No, it's an Ant-Man film.
Okay, so what's the difference?
Avengers is... Ant-Man never got into the Avengers yet.
Deadpool is in the X-Men.
Yes, he is.
How?
There's a trainee shirt.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hey, you listen to me.
I mean, they welcomed him in. They brought him into the band. They asked him to be part of the team.
That's bullshit.
And the X-Men asked him to be part of the team in the movie.
That's
How's that
bullshit.
It happened.
That's bullshit.
It happened.
Yeah, it happened, but he's X-Force.
No. He leads X-Force.
He's
subdivision of the X-Men.
He's X-Force.
X-Force is the subdivision of the X-Men.
X-Force.
And he's only able to do that because he was an X-Men.
Venom. Let me say something that no one wants to admit, so I'll say it. Venom has ascended. He has ascended. He has proven he doesn't need Spider-Man.
He doesn't, but he's still a Spider-Man character.
I don't think so at all.
Restart.
I don't think so at all.
I
don't think so at all.
I mean, let's see. There's plenty of other characters. I think Kaiji said it best. Like Kingpin. Kingpin's not a Daredevil character, but he was phenomenal in Daredevil.
He was.
He didn't need Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, he's also a Spider-Man villain.
Also, Kingpin doesn't have a movie or his own comic.
Kingpin's had his own comic.
Oh, well, not ongoing. He had like a little mini-series and a little series that ended up losing and ended up dying that no one talked about. So that proves he's not on the same level as Venom. Venom was arguably the most talked about comic book this year, and I don't think anything Kingpin has ever been in made $850 million.
Huh.
I'm just saying. We gotta start having this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I guess he can work without Spider-Man.
He has,
but at the same time, he does everything Spider-Man do. He webs with his fucking tentacles.
They got rid of that.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Well, no,
he's like a dragon now. Like, he got wings and shit. Like, they have completely taken everything that we love about Venom and said, you know what? Let me make him his own character. You're going to like him more.
So you're saying he's not Venom anymore?
No, he's still Venom.
Well, you're just saying everything about him is different. If you take away everything that made the character, his origin, his power set,
they did.
His look,
they did. Well, his look's still the same.
Well, I'm saying you said they took off the big ass spider. It's just the only thing that makes him just a not all black fucking character.
I
disagree. If they take away the little things on his back, that's his webbing thing.
I disagree.
I mean, that's solely for his webbing.
I disagree. If the white part on his chest was black, I'm not gonna say, "Hey, who is that character?"
Well, I'm saying, but that's what makes his character like unique.
I disagree.
It's just the black suit.
I disagree.
Like remember like the little baby symbiotes? All they wore was just one color.
I disagree. I think that he has ascended past Spider-Man. He doesn't need Spider-Man.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm saying for everything you're saying, he's a totally different character.
I disagree. I think he's the same guy. It's just that they made him more powerful and they made him less dependable on Spider-Man. I mean, other than the suit at one point was linked to Spider-Man, there's nothing Spider about this character at all. Like, I'm just being 100% here. Like, there's nothing Spidey about this character. Other than at one point, this costume was on Spider-Man. But now they've said, oh, well, everything that this suit has been attached to, it can relate to. So it's not just Spider-Man. It's anyone that's ever worn the suit. So Venom has kind of become almost like a mimic of sorts. I like it. I think it's great. I think that he has ascended to that new level. I wouldn't be saying that if the movie didn't make $850 million.
So he is the character formerly known as a Spider-Man character.
I can agree with that.
You're saying he's not a Spider-Man character at all anymore.
Yeah, no.
So is Carnage no longer a Spider-Man character? Does he take everybody with him?
I wouldn't be shocked.
Spider-Man out of the symbiote game? So if symbiotes came...
Let me ask you a question.
Do you call Spider-Man no more?
Do you ever want to see Spider-Man in the symbiote suit anymore?
I didn't say him in a symbiote suit, but I wanted to see a return to like a Maximum Carnage. I want to see like a concept like that revisited.
Do we require Spider-Man for that?
I'd rather Spider-Man for it.
But do we require him?
No, you don't require anybody for anything. I mean, you can
I disagree.
Avengers.
Maximum Carnage is just Carnage fucking shit up and people teaming up to stop him.
The whole MCU doesn't have the most popular characters in Marvel in it, and they still made it work. Think about it. They did Ultron without Hank Pym.
But that's only because they turned Tony into Hank Pym.
Who was there when they first got the Cosmic Cube? The Thing?
So? Wait,
Captain Marvel.
I'm saying, where are we going with
all these stories without those popular characters. So
but the difference is none of them have solo films. I'm not saying you're wrong, but what I'm saying
Ant-Man
is
has a solo film now.
He does.
And Hank Pym's in it. And guess what?
He is.
They have Ultron in that universe.
But that's not. Here's the deal. No. Here's the thing. They had to change Hank Pym, and I completely get it. Because when you
beat her down to the microverse.
Oh shit!
He beat her so bad. Like, you know what? Just let it take me.
I was mad that somebody said the fact that he left her there. That he left her in the microverse. That someone said that that's a form of abuse. I'm like, don't do that. They've been trying to put respect on my nigga's name. They did it. Kind of by making him not that. I'm okay with things changing as long as it makes it better.
Except for the fact that in the comic side they just made him worse. Now he is Ultron.
Oh no! I disagree. Now I'm more interested in Hank Pym than I've ever been.
Well, see, that's my problem.
Okay.
I'm not interested in Hank Pym. I'm still just interested in Ultron. And I realize this is a problem. I've always been interested in Ultron.
Pymtron?
Nah, I think you kind of just made Ultron just a little less interesting. Because I like, personally, I like 100% irredeemable, psychopathic Ultron. Guess what? You made a fucking death machine.
Yeah.
That's it. Good game.
But here's the deal.
Like, why complicate it with sometimes saying, I don't know if I should do this.
But here's the deal. No, you're not wrong. But Pymtron, I mean, what they you gotta understand, Ultron is just Pym. They've already established Ultron is Pym. He used his own brainwaves to make Ultron. So Pymtron is really what they've been destined to become. So to me, I'm like, that's awesome. To me, that I like Pymtron, especially after Secret Empire. After Secret Empire, I'm like, okay, I like Pymtron.
Oh, I don't mind him. I'm just saying, it's still a downgrade. I mean, Ultron was still awesome.
And he's not awesome anymore?
Not as awesome.
Not as awesome.
Not as awesome because he got this white beater attached to him now that he can't get rid of.
Oh no.
We ain't doing that here.
Shit.
But no, I see what you mean with Venom. I mean, Venom obviously he could obviously be his own character. I mean, he is. He's an anti-hero character. I mean, I thought with Lethal Protector back in the day, they were able to show that at least in the book, he can work without Spider-Man because it was his own thing. And it worked well. I enjoyed the book back in the day. The new Venom, from what I read, I haven't, like I said, I'm a few issues behind. But it has been fired without Spider-Man.
It has been. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, at this point, he is ascended past that. Like, he's no longer, to me, this is just my opinion. Y'all don't have to agree. Secretary says on here, Deadpool is an X-Men character. I can argue that. I could definitely argue that. In the movies, I'll give you that. In the comics, I haven't seen Deadpool involved with the X-Men.
Since what, Cable Deadpool?
Since Cable Deadpool. He was even an Avenger like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, he has transcended. Like, he's ascended.
Yeah, he's no longer an X-Men. He's an Avenger. He's better than being an X-Men.
I could argue at this point, Deadpool is more popular than the X-Men combined. I can argue this point. Kids,
he still has to transcend Wolverine, and he knows it.
I disagree. I think that Wolverine will never be as popular as he was.
I don't know.
I think people have moved past.
No, but you got to remember, Wolverine still has a whole legacy generation of people who don't.
So?
Because Deadpool's still an acquired taste.
Oh,
Deadpool is still. I know a lot of people who still. I just don't get it.
Okay, but that those people who don't get it are trampled by the people who do. I mean, shit. You gotta understand. He speaks for the piece of shit dumb kids today. All them 16, 17-year-old stupid kids who think they know everything, talk shit, go online, blah, blah, blah. They love Deadpool. Deadpool's the greatest. Deadpool, especially people who hate superheroes, they love Deadpool. Kids are good kicking down comic book stores. I need Deadpool. They can't give away a Wolverine comic book nowadays. Wolverine's been back a year. Name me one thing that has happened other than that nigga became the Phoenix.
He stabbed people.
So the same shit he's been doing.
Stab people, drink beers. What are you talking about?
Wolvie has been, but I can tell you plenty of shit that Lori and Gabby's done. I'm telling you, Logan is done. It's a wrap. No, I haven't heard one person give a shit that he's back.
Because he should have stayed dead.
Exactly.
Laura is Wolverine.
Exactly.
Laura is Wolverine. But at the same time, I still think that, Deadpool is still a very acquired taste.
Okay.
In comparison.
But what is it an acquired taste?
Your base characters. One of the reasons why Wolverine wasn't as acquired taste is, he didn't have the slapstick factor that Deadpool does. Okay. Deadpool is a very loud, obnoxious kind of character. He's not a middle of the road type guy.
Gotcha.
Where Wolverine kind of sits a little more middle of the road depending on it. And, especially with like movies like Logan, you have the whole father figure example. Deadpool makes a big pun on the father figure. His father figuring is very different.
Very different.
Because that kid was going to kill everybody. He was going to murder everybody. Teamed up with the Juggernaut. That's not something you're going to see in a Logan movie. Close, but no.
But no cigar, right?
But a lot of static.
Do you agree with my statement that Wolverine, Logan, will never be at the popularity level as he was 10 years ago?
I don't believe he will.
Okay. What makes you say that? I agree with you. I just want to know why you think.
I believe that Logan's character was ruined in the 2000s. And
why is
I believe that they took him outside of what made him popular. So he was the rogue anti-hero of the game. Like, he was a man of little words. He did what needed to be done. He was, I'm just going to get shit done kind of character, right? And there was a lot of mystery to his character. Mm-hmm. So you didn't know really where he came from. People would just pop up on him, you know what I'm saying? He'd have to run that fade. Like, everybody was always looking for the smoke with him.
Absolutely.
Then they changed his character in multiple ways. One, they started making him overly friendly. So he went from being like the guy who you would never expect to be like a team leader or trust anything to be, well, I'm always the leader. I'm always the most obvious one. And I like to give everybody advice on dating and love lives and just pretty much everything because I'm a really friendly guy. And I have the most words per panel now, where I used to just say bub.
Oh, man. When they made him... this is one of the things. I like the cartoon, but I hated the concept of Wolverine and the X-Men. Because if you know anything about the character Wolverine, he ain't leading a goddamn thing. It seemed forced. Like Logan wouldn't want to be in charge. No.
Well, especially not of kids. And that goes back to, his history of, what he believed happened with the love of his life. Mm-hmm. He was potentially pregnant with his kid at the time. When he was a kid, that was when his first, what's it called? I guess you'd say emergence of his powers came through what was a traumatic, incident. So his, reluctancy to do that, it would be very understandable. Mm-hmm. His desire to do that, less much so. But he became like, nah, dude, I'm just a nice guy who just wants the best for everybody, and you gotta.
I love everybody. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now, and the character, Arthur Morgan, who I'm playing right now, I'm like, this is what I wish Logan was. Like, he does this thing, he does his dirt, and people be like, you're a good man, and he'll be like, no, I'm not. I'm not a good person. I know I'm not. And he hasn't been that Logan in years. Yeah. In years. And now I think, Kaiju said it best on the feed, what's left to do with the character? They've done so much with him and had him do so many things. He's probably the only character. Yeah, he is. That's pretty much been on every fucking team. I was gonna say Thing. No. But then Thing has never been an X-Men.
Here's what you do with him.
Okay.
Here's what you do with him.
I know where you're going with this.
You give him the Galactus.
Well, that's kind of where they're going now with him having the fucking Phoenix Force. And that's if it wasn't written so well by Jason Aaron, I'd be pissed at that as well.
I got turned off to the whole concept when they said Logan with the Phoenix Force. I'm like, how much more powerful is this guy? Does he need it? I mean, if I was going to give him the Galactus, I wouldn't even give him the power cosmic. I'd be like, just let him go as he is.
I think that
you didn't gotta give him the ability to breathe in space. Just throw him at the planet. For some dumbass reason, he'll survive. And he'll regenerate. And he'll go around and kill everybody.
Hey, listen, man.
And Galactus got to show up. He doesn't even have to pick him up till after, because he'll just regenerate anyway. For no reason at all, Logan survives everything.
Now here's my issue again. I think Marvel fucked up twice. Marvel, you gotta start learning from your mistakes. You can't keep replacing characters with better characters. Because when you eventually or inevitably bring them back, people are gonna be like, fuck this guy. Where's the other one? We just learned this with Thor.
Weak, sorry. Joe Dowdy said the Galactus fastball special.
That's a hell of a fastball special. That's like a fast meteorite.
So you gotta think, I mean, you can't break Wolverine, so whatever you're throwing him at, you're throwing him right through it.
But on some real shit, we just went through this with Thor. Like, we just went through that with everyone. People are still salty about Jane Thor. They're still salty about it. Poor thing, because the Thor book has been great. But people have loved, and they're so... And I'm promising you, when that they're doing that War of the Realms book, I'm laying the cash on the table. You heard it here first. Jane Thor is coming back.
Yeah.
Jane Thor will return. We can have numerous Thors. Why not? Why not?
So you're saying Captain Marvel could then come back?
Because cancer's now beatable.
She's not dead yet.
I'm saying cancer should be beatable then, right? I mean,
She's not dead yet. She's still alive. And her cancer can be beaten.
Hers can be beaten. This Captain Marvel, the Kree cancer can't.
Oh, no, Kree cancer can't.
The black end, the black end. The black end is the black end.
So Kree cancer can't be beaten.
You know what? So that makes Nitro probably the worst actual Marvel villain. Because he's the only one who has a true confirmed kill. That can never... Because that's how he got the cancer.
Yeah, it was for Nitro, huh?
Yeah, Nitro let off that gas. Is that gas the most deadly substance in Marvel?
I gotta reread that. I know it's like some kind of gas. If I was writing Marvel, I would set it up that whatever that gas is very harmful to Kree. Because I'm like, what kind of gas this nigga got?
Can you imagine the Skrulls get a hold of that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the type of shit that needs to be exposed. Because, like, there's a lot of holes in things. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, I mean, you gotta go back and, revisit that. And hey, I mean, this dude dead, right?
Oh, man. But, yeah, it's craziness, man. It's craziness. So... Speaking of like a bunch of different characters can be, one thing. I think this is something that should be pushed in Marvel in general, and that's why one of the main reasons why. And we're not gonna spoil anything. Into the SpiderVerse is my favorite, and to me the best Spider-Man movie. Because when it comes to Spider-Man films, there has to be a how do I say this? There has to be some kind of like point. And what I mean by point is that there's always like some kind of like major plot that, that like some kind of morality issue. And for me with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, it was taught anyone can be a superhero. You could be one, this girl can be one, he could be one, she could be one.
This pig could be one.
This pig could be one.
Sometimes pigs are superheroes. I mean, have you ever had some really, really good bacon that just really made your day? Make a pig.
The spider bacon?
Spider bacon.
The spider bacon?
Huh. Web of bacon. That'd be so messed up. Get some pork and cut it out like a shape of a web and just make bacon out of it. Damn.
Oh man, that's disgusting. That's hilarious. But I love
Peter Porker.
One of my favorite sayings that the God Stan Lee said. He said, his whole entire body is covered, so anyone can be Spider-Man. One of the things to each and everyone their own. But one of my issues I've always had with Superman is that Superman will always be linked to a white guy. Yes, there's been different alternate worlds where, you know, they made Superman black, they made him this, they made him that. But in the SpiderVerse, there's a world where the Spider-Man is a black guy. There's a world where the Spider-Man...
There was an alternate universe that was then... I mean, basically, the black Spider-Man got the job after the white one was killed. Then the poor black Spider-Man's entire universe had to be destroyed.
That's okay. That's okay.
And then
that's okay.
Because he got to be the secondary Spider-Man, where there's now a universe full of all kinds of Spider-Man.
Because there's still the punk rock Spider-Man. He's black. And one thing I like is that he's not just Peter Parker. That's an important thing. Is that he's not just Peter Parker.
He's not Peter Parker at all.
He's a completely different person.
Who's just also bit by radioactive.
Exactly.
Kind of like Miguel O'Hara.
Exactly. Who was another person who, at first they were saying, oh, he's in the future, but now they're saying, no, he's from a different area. Just another alternate dimension as well. And he's Latino. So, like, that's what's important. And someone brought up today, you know, that's why I hated Amazing Spider-Man 2, because they gave him some fucking weird-ass magical blood that only Peter Parker can be Spider-Man, no one else can be it.
Anybody of any race can be bitten by a spider.
Oh, my bad, Joe. I did not mean to insult you. He said half Irish, too. You're right. Irish people deserve love, too.
O'Hara.
O'Hara. Irish lives matter.
That's Spider drink with the best of them. But no, if anybody of any race, any gender, any type of music that you enjoy, none of that matters if you're bitten by a spider that has radioactive blood.
Exactly.
Spiders can bite anyone.
Right.
Any creature. So can radioactive pigs. They can bite spiders. And then
ain't that how Spider-Man Ham got his powers?
He was a spider that got bit by a radioactive pig.
Is that what it was?
I believe so.
I'm not the. If I recall, it was like a radioactive.
Yeah, it was a radioactive pig.
Yeah,
it was a spider
that bit a spider or some shit. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that way.
Anthropomorphic pig named Peter Parker.
He was a spider bitten by a radioactive pig. Yeah. But
he was a spider bitten by a radioactive pig.
That's if I recall, yeah.
You know what? I remember that too, but I was like, wait.
Yeah. His life. I mean, think about like Charlotte from Charlotte's Web, and then a pig. Just.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. Right. And so basically, half Irish. I love Peter Parker. Sony, I hope you're listening to us.
I don't think they watch the show.
You don't think Sony watches the show?
I don't think they care. Yeah, Venom.
No, they have Into the SpiderVerse now, too.
Yeah, they really don't watch the show.
You guys have a good thing here. Don't fuck this up. Let me help you out here. Y'all need to turn Peter Parker into your Rocket Raccoon. Make him the cute little character. Get some little Build-A-Bears, Build-A-Ham.
Build-A-Ham.
Give him his own cartoon. Because the whole concept of him is that he is a cartoon. Like, that's the whole point. I know
it's give him his own live action.
Yeah, give Spider-Ham a live action.
Where he's the cartoon.
That would be his live action.
Yeah.
That would be his live action.
Zorn, basically like that.
Man, that show had potential. That show had
a lot of potential. It was just poorly done. But that's some funny shit. Because I like the, what's it called? The new husband, the actor.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
To be the latest man. I forget what his name is.
That was a good show. But anyways, yeah, make Peter Parker his thing. Bring in more of the Spider Women. Thank you for not referring to her as Spider Gwen.
Yeah, where's Aranya? We need some Aranya.
We need some Aranya. Do we need Jessica?
Drew?
Yes.
Yeah. Why? The first, man. She was like, Spider-Woman, like the first different Spider-Woman.
Fact. The whole origin. And if Ham Sandwich Woman, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but even you know this is true. The whole point and reason for Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, was so that so no one else could make a character named Spider-Woman.
Yeah, why not? So? I mean, they do have a lot of characters.
Oh, same thing with She-Hulk, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Like
if you have something popular, you don't want people to steal it, I mean, they be over there, trying to jack characters.
Kaiju says, not really. Tell me more. So, I don't think she's necessary. I'm going to say something controversial. I don't care. Jessica Drew is the most unpopular Spider-Woman.
Really?
Prove me wrong.
Julia Carpenter?
Who?
Thank you.
She's not even a Spider-Woman anymore.
She's the most unpopular one, so they made her try to make her something else.
Okay. Let me rephrase.
Hold on.
Let me rephrase that.
Was Jessica Drew or not a Avenger at one point in time, and then given at least an upgrade?
Who the fuck wasn't an Avenger? Don't do that.
Julia Carpenter?
She was an Avenger.
Really?
Yeah. She's on Force Works too.
Oh. Well, it didn't matter. She did something.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
She was a bum Avenger. West Coast? Maybe.
Avenger!
West Coast
Avenger! All I hear is Avenger. Which is horrible because that means Gwenpool's now Avenger. Anyway.
Gwenpool's an Avenger.
Damn it!
Gwenpool. Everybody's an Avenger. God, that means us to be on the Justice League.
That hurts my soul to say.
Everybody's been on Justice League.
That hurts my soul.
Promote Silk. Huh?
Every Spider-Woman, the people who currently hold the name Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew is the least popular.
Oh, of the people who currently hold it.
Yeah. We'll agree.
How many are there?
That there's Spider-Gwen,
who's not called Spider-Woman. Continue.
She's called Spider-Woman in the movies.
I thought she was just called Gwen.
No, they called her Spider-Woman.
Okay.
Yeah. Spider-Woman.
So in one media, she's Spider-Woman. She just got a new goat.
Aranya.
She's not Spider-Woman, is she?
Yeah, well,
I thought she was
Spider-Girl.
So I thought she was Spider-Girl. Yeah, she's Aranya.
Oh,
Spider-Girl.
for fuck's sake.
So... Okay. Out of all the characters who aren't named Spider-Woman in one movie that literally just came out yesterday.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to word this better. I'm trying to word this better.
Ghost Spider,
out of all the Spider-Lady characters.
Oh, okay. Out of all the Spider-Lady characters
yes.
now, we're changing it
Yes, I'm moving the goalpost. But the goalpost is moved to originally where it's supposed to be.
Let me change up the argument.
No. This is what I was trying to say. I just didn't word it correctly.
Hold on, man.
Basically. Are you going to take another shot?
This man.
Oh, shit.
You got a shot.
Shit. What is that? What are you drinking? What are you sipping on?
Bacardi Grand Reserva.
Bacardi?
Bacardi. Okay. I've been drinking. Bacardi Grand Reserva, aged 8 years. Yes, I got this one. I got 2 boxes of this when Ivy was here. This is the second bottle.
Let me see what Kaiju says. He says Jessica has been
2 of these for only $20.
Oh my god! Has been depowered and replaced, and Jessica Jones took over her role as a superhero detective. She's a great pinup character, but totally replaceable. Agreed.
She's totally replaceable, but his argument that she's the least popular Spider-Woman when there ain't no other characters named Spider-Woman doesn't work because she is the only Spider-Woman. That's the most popular.
Out of all the women Spider characters, she's the least popular.
Probably not.
Okay.
There's like a lot.
Prove me wrong.
Okay, let me find one.
She's not more popular than Mayday.
Okay.
She's not more popular than Spinneret.
Who?
The daughter or Spiderling or whatever. The one from Renew Your Vows.
Okay. Shit, how many issues she's been in?
Who, the Renew Your Vows one?
Yeah. She got her own run, right?
She didn't have her own run. The whole comic was about her, and then they got rid of it.
I thought it was about the family. And they got rid of that comic? It's gone?
It went longer than the Spider-Woman one.
Really?
Facts.
So they have, how many issues of Renew Your Vows? Hold on, let me see. Spider-Woman. Because I'm pretty sure Spider-Woman had a baby and everything, bro.
Yeah, and that comic got canceled too.
Spider-Woman, let's see.
Now keep in mind, I did like it. I did like her book. The one that Volume 5, November 14th through November 15th. Go up a little bit more. Alright, is it the show right there? Okay, yeah. Volume 5, 14 through 15. There's a volume 6?
Volume 6, 9+.
10 issues, then 9 issues.
So she's got 10 issues plus another 9. That's 19 issues. How many?
Okay, come on. That's
oh wait, and she got volume 1. She got 50 issues there.
Let me.
She got volume 4, another 7 issues. So she got like 70 issues. Hold on, let's go look and Renew Your Vows. I mean, they have more.
We were alive. We weren't even alive yet.
All right, hold on. She got 19 running right now. She got 19 running right now. Renew Your Vows.
Spider-Man, that's fine.
Oh shit! This is taking forever. We're very slow on this. 12.
I think it went up to 12 issues.
So 12 versus 19.
What the fuck ever? Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen.
Yeah. You got 12 versus,
wait, what
12 versus 19.
What are you saying right now?
I'm saying.
Are you saying that Jessica Drew is more popular?
I didn't say she's a better character, but she's definitely more popular.
No, I'm not talking about better character.
Popular.
Okay.
I mean, because you gotta think about it. The only problem with most of the other spiders, and this is the one thing that also sets Miles apart, is most of them have the same exact powers. So they're the same character, just replicated with a different name. Jessica Drew has a different origin and a different power set.
So she's not a spider character.
Then it would be saying Miles isn't a spider character.
No,
Miles has a different spider character.
Spider-Man was bitten. He was bitten by a spider. She got like injected with.
He was bitten by a different spider.
So what a spider?
She was injected with spider blood, bro.
Oh, come on!
So what, spider?
The fuck on!
I can also say spider.
She doesn't have a spider totem.
Okay. Because she's better. She's better than the other spiders.
Shit. Are we on the Spider-Woman Jessica Drew bandwagon? Or are we on the bandwagon?
I just don't mind. I think her character is better because she's a different spider. She's not the same exact character.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
Why isn't she one? You said she's not. Why not?
Because she has a different origin.
So?
She has a different origin.
So?
She has a different power set.
How are her powers
And
different?
she doesn't have a totem.
How is her power? No, you're right there.
There you go.
How is she have the same different powers?
She had a venom blast before Miles did.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Miles didn't copy one of her powers.
Okay, he has to actually touch a nigga.com. He has to touch a nigga.
She can do it across the room.
She can across the room, which is stupid.
That's stupid.
Because she can't sneak.
You can fire webs, you can fire venom blast.
And you didn't bring up the pheromones that she has.
So does Silk. And that's the character that's on your back.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Silk has pheromones.
Hold on. Can we agree that Silk is a better character than Jessica Drew?
She's younger Jessica Drew. She's younger Asian Jessica Drew, right?
How the fuck is she Jessica Drew?
She has pheromones.
Her pheromones only... Hold up.
Her pheromones make people want to smash. Jessica Drew came up. Thank you.
Hey, listen.
Great character.
Hey, listen. Her pheromones only affect other spider characters.
Jessica Drew's pheromones affect everybody.
So hers is worse.
Hers is better. Hers is more powerful.
I can't even lie.
Effectively useless. You only attract the most nerdy dudes on the planet. That's true. Silk can get anybody.
Silk has a advantage because she never runs out of webbing.
Jessica Drew never run out sexy.
Never runs out of sexy.
Pheromones. She got. Hey, look, it worked for Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman be on that distraction tip.
What do you mean?
You seen Wonder Woman play up the sexiness? Like, yeah, men always end up focusing here. Come over the top.
I just love that one of my favorite issues of Wonder Woman, where she was at like some kind of like government meeting, and all the government dudes were talking shit. They were like, "Oh, look at how she dresses. She dresses scantily clad. She's basically wearing a swimsuit." And she's like, "This is my battle attire. Like, if this is considered a swimsuit to you, that's on you." This is me whipping ass. This is me doing my thing.
Yep. I don't need restrictions.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, use whatever weapons you got. That's what I say. That's what I say.
Hey, that's what's available. That's what's available.
That is what is available. That's how you do it. But no, I like Jessica Drew only because her character it just doesn't feel like the replication. And for me, a lot of the Spider-Man, and I think the SpiderVerse did a good job with what they picked. If you go too deep into the SpiderVerse with all the other Spider-Man, many of them start to feel like the same character. It's part of the problem with the Spider-Man game DLC is now that they're starting to do mostly just Peter Parker armor or suits. Well, yeah, a lot of Peter Parker suits look like the main Peter Parker suit. They just have small additives. You know? So when you look at them, you're like, well, yeah, I'm not getting a lot of the DLC.
Speaking of DLC real quick.
Have you played it?
I'm halfway through the second one of the Spider-Man PS4 DLC. I'm gonna say something.
Okay, so there's been 2 of them total.
Yeah, there's been 2.
With story or just costumes?
Wait, what? What was the question?
They have both of the DLCs have new stories as well. Okay, I haven't got either of the DLCs.
Okay.
I'm waiting on them all to release because I'll just fly through them.
Just fly through them, yeah. I'm gonna be real with you. Disappointing.
The DLCs.
The DLCs.
Ooh.
Disappointing. They feel like side missions that should have just been in the game. It doesn't feel essential. And it's really just more of the same shit. When I get a DLC, I want something different. It's pretty much you doing the same shit with different cutscenes. I'm like, I could do all of this in the game without the DLC. So basically, you're spending money for cutscenes. And some suits that are not that great. Like, when you think of the potential of how many Spider-Man suits they could use, the ones they decided to go with, bruh.
That bad, huh?
Like, how is the black suit not there?
The Venom? Or which black?
Just the black suit.
Because they have the Noir.
No, that's the
have
noir
the black
suit.
and
But you
red.
know what I mean? Just the black one. Well, just take the black and red one and just make the red white. The black suit is arguably top 5
But
suits
that
for
is
him.
Venom. Maybe they didn't want to go too close to Venom.
Because Venom's not
Venom's not a Spider-Man
Venom's not a
character.
Spider-Man character.
So there you go.
Okay, I'll give you that. But people, you know what? I'm gonna say something else too. Spider-Man fans are starting to annoy the shit out of me.
Really?
Spider-Man fans, we gotta come up with a name for them because it's not just Spider-Man fans.
Webheads.
Webheads. Even though that's an ongoing thing, I want to.
It's been long enough that they can be considered webheads.
Yeah. Webheads. The webheads are starting to get on my goddamn nerves. They're complaining about everything Spider-Man. Everything. They don't like anything. I didn't know that many people gave a shit about the Sam Raimi suit. I'm like, for real? I wouldn't even consider that the best suit. Like, it was good for its time.
Yeah.
Like, when I was playing that game and they said they were going to do hella suits, I did not think, oh shit. I want the Sam Raimi suit.
I need that Sam Raimi.
I need that Sam Raimi. They're starting to piss me off, like Star Wars fans. They're now attacking the Insomniac guys, saying, how come one of the suits isn't the Miles Morales suit?
Oh, yeah. Because Miles Morales isn't a Spider-Man. You guys are messing up future DLC.
Because Miles Morales is in the fucking game!
Yeah. Like, eventually, and this is the whole point, is after the SpiderVerse movie, especially because they're tied in with Sony, as you guys know, it's a Sony proprietary game, now we can hopefully get a good DLC that will be involving Miles Morales to set the pace for the eventual into the SpiderVerse game with multiplayer where you can all pick different Spider-Man and go in and beat people up at the same time, hopefully, and et cetera, et cetera.
Spider-Man 2, the game, the PS4 game, Spider-Man 2 will be SpiderVerse. I'm calling it now. It's going to be the SpiderVerse. I mean, that same Spider-Man that is in the video game is now in Spider-Geddon. So,
It's true.
So he's going to. What do you see there? Holy shit! What the hell is that? Sorry, someone tagged us on some shit. But he's going to have some kind of reference to that. And like I said, if Sony is smart, because this is all Sony, including the PlayStation, they would just continue into the Spider-Verse, keep it moving, bring it to the video game.
Yep.
You could be a black Spider-Man. You could be a Latino Spider-Man. You could be... Because let's be real here, Spider-Gwen will be in the sequel.
Oh, wait, into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, no, into the Spider-Man video game.
Oh, yeah. Spider-Gwen will be there. Spider-Gwen will be there. Spider-Gwen will probably eventually get her own cartoon. Yeah, Spider-Gwen's going to be that shit. And I can tell you right now, character aside, all that other, anything else, that costume alone is going to sell you tickets. That costume is money.
What, the Spider-Gwen cartoon?
No, her costume, Spider-Gwen's
I mean, the Spider-Man costume.
Her outfit is fire.
Her outfit is money. Like, that is... I'm going to say this.
That is such an amazing design.
Spider-Woman's Spider-Gwen's costume is the best designed new costume in the last 10 years. I tell people, find me a better looking costume than that for a character.
It's pretty... It's hard to argue.
Like, look at that shit.
That's really hard to argue.
Look at that shit.
That is...
Like, dude, I don't even care who's in the suit. It looks great. You can go different ways with it. The hood part, just everything.
Every bit of it.
The turquoise or whatever the hell, boots or whatever the hell she got going on. I like in the cartoon, they made it like ballerina shit.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was a good little touch. I thought that was great. All of it's great. I'm a big fan of it. I say it's the best designed new costume we've seen in years.
Yeah.
Because people were fucking with that character simply off of that costume. It's a nice costume. It's a good costume. It's a good costume.
I mean, because I thought personally that, you know, the whole idea of Spider-Gwen was dumb to begin with. I didn't like it at all, just because it's, you know, I mean, it's the same freaking character and you're just taking her and doing something, you know, slightly different.
Oh, what, you talking about Spider-Gwen?
Yeah.
Well, one thing I'm hoping they're doing is that each Spider character has something they can add. Other than just, I'm Spider-Man, but this. I'm
True.
Spider-Man, but that. For example, I like that Spider-Man Noir uses a gun. Like, Spider-Man Noir is like the Wolverine of the team. Like, he's gotta, like, fuck all these niggas. Also, Sony, this is not spoiling the movie at all, but a cool little tidbit, Spider-Man Noir is colorblind.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense that Spider-Man Noir can't see colors like that.
Which is hilarious.
Which makes sense, and it's something you can push. That is something you can push, because I know niggas who really are colorblind. Who really honestly can't see colors like that. I'm like, that is something that you can do that people can relate to. And just things like that. But, you know, we got some people who are talking to us in the feed. I want to get to their stuff. Cedric says, you know, he was talking about, did you hear about the Black Widow movie thing?
I heard talks.
Can you Google it for me, the Black Widow movie? Because I want to make sure I have my facts right on this. Okay, yeah.
Oh, they recruited the Mission Impossible Fallout?
Yeah, well, they got... Okay, I was not interested in the Black Widow film at all until I saw that. They said, oh, we're getting the dude from Fallout. I'm like, oh, so it's Mission Impossible in the MCU.
Which, I mean...
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so this is going to be the MCU.
It should be a high-action action spy movie.
Absolutely, I agree 1,000%. And if they do it, like literally, if you watch the Mission Impossible movies, they're fucking phenomenal. Is there a bad Mission Impossible film?
To me, or
No, I'm asking your opinion.
Oh yeah, I mean they're just action movies. They're just action stunt movies. They're not like great films.
Okay, but you went there. You had a good time, right? When you watched them.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I watched them too, and if they just do that, I can fuck with that. I'm like, okay, that's word. Throw Shang-Chi in that bitch.
Throw Shang-Chi in it.
Throw Shang-Chi in that bitch. We got an international fucking spy film.
Yeah, it'd be a decent way. I mean, depending on how long that's going to take to come out, that'd be a decent way to introduce him. To bring him up as, a competing spy. That'd be good.
Absolutely.
Have the team up come in.
What I wanted you to click on, though, that one right there in the middle. Former Black Widow director, Lucretia Martel. Director Lucretia Martel has some less than flattering things to say about Marvel Studios and their practices behind the scenes. Martel, who is probably best known for directing The Headless Woman and The Holy Girl, never heard of him, was approached by the studio to possibly direct Black Widow. She said they told. Let me see here. She said though she can't discuss the specifics due to an NDA, she has some opinions on the way that Marvel Studios operates and their attitudes towards female directors. Scroll down if you can for me. She said they also told me don't worry about the action scenes. We will take care of that. I was thinking, well, I would love to meet Scarlett Johansson, but also I would love to make the action sequences. Companies are interested in female filmmakers, but they still think action scenes are for male directors. Let me say something here. Fight choreographers are a thing. They exist.
It's true.
That's a thing. It has nothing to do with you being a woman. It's because you're not a fight choreographer. And let me ask you something. I said this too when someone was arguing me. Do you think Scott Derrickson did all the fighting scenes for Doctor Strange?
No.
Do you honestly believe the Russo brothers helped create all the fighting and stunt coordination for Winter Soldier?
Oh yeah, every little bit.
Huh?
Oh yeah, every little bit.
Basically, and this is just, I think that she was just upset because she wanted to do it, and they're like, well, we have a plan, and we're going to go this way with that plan. And when it comes to the mouse, you either do what they say, they're not fucking with you.
True, I can see that. I mean, you don't mess with the mouse. You just don't mess with the mouse. Damn it, what is that stupid? Alright, looking for something.
I don't name Rob says, I am more intrigued with the Black Widow movie now. I said the same shit. I was like, oh, this is just Mission Impossible, but in the MCU. And Scarlett Johansson, if she starts doing her own stunts and shit, I'd fuck with that. Like, I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. I'd fuck with it. I'm not crazy about MI2. I gotta rethink. That was the one John Woo did, wasn't it? I think John Woo did that one. Same thing happened with Taika Waititi.
How many MIs are there? Like 30?
I think it's like 7.
2,000.
I think there's like 7 or 8 of them.
John Woo. Yeah, there's a ton of them with Andy Newton in them. Yeah, there's
there's so many they stopped numbering.
Ghost Protocol.
Where's the last one that came out? Rogue Nation.
Fallout, right? No. Let's see. Rogue Nation was 2015. That's what. There's 4 of them between there. Starting in what was it? I think 96. Yeah.
Yeah, 96. Like, it's funny that Tom Cruise just do those Mission Impossible films.
Doing like Fast and Furious films for him.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, Fallout.
Fallout was the most recent one.
Yeah. So he's got 5 of them.
Gerald says same thing happened with Taika Waititi on Ragnarok. From what I heard, read down further. She slagged the entire process, looks and everything. Now, Gerald, tell me more. He said the same thing happened with Taika Waititi. Like, tell me more. Like, was it the fighting scenes? Because I'm pretty sure he didn't do those either. That's not a diss. When you're a director, that doesn't mean you 1000% do everything. Unless you're like Quentin Tarantino, but he writes, directs, does everything. Like, that's in his shit. If you're not doing everything like that, there are other niggas who are doing shit. They're stunt coordinators. There's people, these films feed so many people. It's not just the directors and the actors. There's the lighting people. There's the people who do the explosions. There are different people who do different shit. I'm not saying that she shouldn't feel that way. What I'm saying is, this is something that's done in Hollywood. I remember watching Wonder Woman, and I love watching the behind the scenes shit. They had a coordinator doing all the Amazon fight shit. That wasn't Jenkins. She just said, I wanted a fight scene. I want it to look great. These people come up with what they're going to do. They get 2 stuntmen to show her what they want, their plans. She either agrees with it or she doesn't. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Let me see here. The fighting and the big SX scenes are handled by their second. Exactly. They handled the action choreography stuff for him since that wasn't his thing. Dude is a comedian. Like, he's a comic guy. But the fight scenes, there's a different person who does that, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how it... I haven't directed a movie in my life, and even I know this.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you gotta let people do their job. You know what I mean? Especially if, something like the MCU, it's like they probably have a formula that they go through things with. And they're like, nah, bro, we do this. We have a fight choreographer. We kind of plan this out. This is your role. You're just bad. I thought I'd have more control. It ain't your stuff. It ain't your shit.
It ain't. What would people learn to not? You don't diss the mouse.
You don't
diss the mouse. The mouse takes a bullet for nobody.
The mouse cannot take a bullet. The mouse is beyond bullets.
It's like the movie it's like Dogma. And I'm not trying to compare Mickey Mouse to Jesus, even though it kind of sounds like that. What I'm saying is, the world exists on one thing, that God cannot be proven wrong. The Disney exists off of one thing. The mouse takes a bullet for nobody.
Yeah.
You don't get to that level that they're at by taking bullets. You don't take a bullet. He doesn't take bullets. You take a bullet for him. Think I'm lying? That's James Gunn. Listen, I don't agree with what happened. I don't agree with it. But the mouse takes a bullet for nobody.
You ain't gotta agree with it to understand it.
Yeah. That's the real. Say that again.
You ain't gotta agree with it to understand it, fam.
That's the realest shit ever.
That's the way it is. I mean, did you do it?
Business. Yeah. Business. A lot of y'all niggas need to understand how business works. When you're good at business, you're not good at business because you're a nice person.
True.
That's not how business works. You want to be rich, you want to be successful. How much so? How rich and successful do you want to be? Because are you willing to ruin Christmas for some families? Are you willing to do that? Because if not,
you ain't gonna be as successful as somebody else, because somebody else will be willing to do that.
Like, I hate to say it, but with all that shit that was going on with him, that wasn't a good look. Not for Disney. WB, okay. Fox, okay. Sony, okay. Disney? Nah.
Yeah, Disney ain't gonna have that.
Disney, and I keep telling people when we have these conversations, you have to keep Disney in that equation. Because that is a difference.
Yep. Disney got mad investors.
In kid shit. And this guy's talking about pornography and shit, kid porn and all types of shit. And then people make the argument, oh, well, they should have looked into that, blah, 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 blah. You know what? You're right. So how do you save face? You know, a wise man once told me, sometimes you gotta cut off a finger to save a hand. That's some free game for you guys. Sometimes you gotta cut off a finger to save the whole hand.
Yeah.
And that sucks, but let's be real here. He'll be alright.
Yeah, he don't have a problem. I mean, you can guarantee DC won't be out there trying to sweep him up.
DC already pretty much swept them up, got him up. I don't know what's gonna happen with Bautista though, because Bautista was talking madhead. I'm like,
Well, I mean, they already used the logo. They can use the logo now.
I mean, I can see after Avengers 4, Bautista one not coming back. Oh shit! I guess. And I think I said this on this podcast before. I can make an argument that Drax is the least popular Guardians member.
I can see that.
I can see that one.
Let me know on the feed if y'all agree.
I can see that one. Yeah, because Mantis became a lot more likable. She got more screen time. Rocket, you're not getting away from. Chris Pratt is on fire right now.
Who is El Toast?
El Toast. Oh, I don't know.
Give me poo emojis and middle fingers. That's weird.
Fuck shit up.
Fuck shit.
Let's fuck shit up, right? That's how it works.
Shit, I guess.
I don't know. I like to look at things in the positive. So.
Yeah, oh well. Thank you for watching.
We out here fucking shit up. Thank you for tuning in.
Fucking shit up.
If you have other people who have weird names like that,
yeah,
please feel free to tell them to come over.
Even Street X93 said even Jackie Chan had directors and fight choreographers to help him in the movies that he directed and created. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bayukaji, they wanted to take on Natasha's character and to help flesh it out. She went rogue. As the Disney stars, the mouse takes no bullets. Yeah. So Gunn is gangrene. Yes. Yeah. James Gunn is Bob Marley's toe. For those of you who don't know, Bob Marley had toe cancer. And the doctor said, yo, you have cancer in the toe. We need to cut it off. And Bob Marley said, no, I'm keeping my toe. Ended up taking his life. Sometimes you gotta cut one off to save the whole thing. Sucks. But guess what? They'll be okay.
Yeah, shit happens. Shit happens.
God, you Rasta man don't know get cut. Yeah, I don't see the appeal for Drax as much as the other Guardians. Facts.
Yeah.
So I want y'all to argue that with me. I said, will you argue that Drax is more popular than Rocket and Groot?
Nope.
Will you argue that he's more popular than Star-Lord?
Nope.
Will you argue that he's more popular than Gamora?
No.
Then shut the fuck up. That's what I told you. Then shut up. We know this. If anyone can be expanded on that team, it's Drax. I'll even fight for Mantis over him. Because the Asian people love Mantis. And she had funny moments. Drax is 1000% comic relief. And if you think I'm lying, tell me what that nigga did in Guardians 2.
Who?
Drax.
Drax who? The Destroyer?
Oh, he ain't the Destroyer. Don't do that.
No, he told a joke. Remember he became invisible? And,
No, that was in Avengers 4. Okay, let me Avengers 3. Let's go to Avengers 3. What the hell did he do? He held Thanos' legs at one time.
Yeah, he tried to hold his legs. Yeah, he did do that.
I don't think Rob said it best. He says he's really unnecessary. Like, listen, man. I know that we don't get hundreds and thousands of views, but I keep it real on this podcast. I say the things a lot of niggas don't want to say.
True.
We say a lot of things niggas don't want to say. Drax is expendable.
He's about as expendable as it gets.
Like, I could argue. Yeah, I could argue that. I can make an honest argument. Out of almost everybody in the MCU, I can completely deal without him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Even Falcon's done some shit. Falcon has done some shit. War Machine has done some shit. Vision has done some shit. Scarlet Witch. All these niggas are holding it down. Where the fuck is Drax? Gamora slicing niggas up. Star-Lord almost took out Spider-Man, which is arguable, but I let that slide. Like, I was like, the fuck? But anyways.
Totally did.
I'm like, alright, I'm gonna let that slide because he's young and he's still inexperienced. I'm gonna let that one go. Even though it's hard for me. But I'm like, okay, I'll let that one go. But right when that nigga showed up, the damn cloak took him out. The cloak was like, alright, I got him.
About that.
That green nigga. Yeah, I'm taking him out.
Damn, my mess at the cloak, though. That's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. It's true, though. Very true.
General said, he said, I have famously big turds. Exactly!
He had a famously big turd, yeah.
And he had the Y Gamora part that was hilarious. But that just speaks to my point.
He laughed at Rocket's jokes.
He did.
Yeah, he did that.
Rocket helped during the fights. He took Thor to the place where he got his magic hammer. Thor's hammer is fucking Groot. Thor's hammer is Groot. Okay? All that amazing scene that people love when he jumped in the air, slammed to the ground, that is Groot. Where's Drax? Gamora had a fucked up scene. She was thrown off the cliff. Everyone was sad. Where's Drax? Even Nebula hijacked the ship and crashed it into Thanos. Where's Drax?
Where's Drax?
Where is Drax? I'm like, I can do without him. Get him out of here. Let me fix Guardians right now.
Okay.
Let's say Gamora never comes back. And then Drax doesn't need her. Replace them with Valkyrie and Korg.
Korg for sure. Korg will work. Valkyrie, yeah, I can see that.
Afro-Latinas who kick ass.
Okay.
Replace one with another.
Afro-Latinas kick ass. I love it.
Replace one with another. Keep it moving.
Okay.
Put Thor on the Guardians. Boom! We have a new Guardians team.
That easy, huh? Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
I want to see what everyone's saying here. Drax is good, comic relief, and straight, man. Drax is a dustbuster. Drax playing invisible, eating a bag of chips. Why you call him a dustbuster, though, my nigga? Come on.
It's like, that's cold.
Come on. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. He hasn't done shit.
Well, he was there, though.
He was there. But he was there.
He was there.
Cedric says, I always wonder why Drax had no action even though he's a wrestler. Yeah, I agree. He says, Drax is supposed to be the power guy, but he has no notable feats of strength. I've been saying for the past 4 years, I'm still waiting for him to be the destroyer.
You remember that one time that he, broke all them trees?
He did destroy a bunch of trees.
No, all them trees was broke.
All destroyed. He destroyed all the trees.
Without issue. So, here you go. I don't know what you're waiting on. That was the great feat of amazingness.
Gerald says, think we'll get a new group with the Thor Force now and make him look like he did in that Thor's mini for Secret Wars. Throot, I think his name was Throot. King Groot is great. Give Mantis her martial arts skill, and Drax is done. Absolutely. Joe says, just say he regrew from what's left of him on Stormbreaker. Yeah, I agree. After Avengers 4, I say replace Drax with Moondragon. I'm down for Moondragon, only if we get Phila as well. Philavel. Only if we get her as well. I'm okay with that. Kaiji said, don't forget that Dave is close to 50 with a lot of wear and tear from wrestling. Dude is beat up. He said that he takes a bath in and ice every night. That means his bones are fucked.
Damn.
His bones are done. And yeah, that's just that. Like, his bones are fucked. So,
yeah, that's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. Getting 50 and a lot of wear and tear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have a lot of people right now who want to be in superhero movies, man. You got a lot of characters that can replace them. The Guardians is an ever-evolving team.
And they're only doing one more film.
Yeah, only doing one more film. I mean, they got a lot of reboot stuff. They could do... I mean, that's... I think part of the big problem is they could do it without you, bro. Without any real issue.
Damn.
I mean, that's the problem is, you know, they want you, but they really don't need you.
Nobody's irreplaceable.
Facts.
Ask Terrence Howard.
Who?
Ask Edward Norton.
Who? Who do they play?
Exactly. Well, one's on, what the hell's the name of that show? Not Power, but Empire.
Empire.
That was a good bounce back for him. Yeah, that was a good bounce back for Terrence Howard.
The rapper guy.
Yeah, that was a good bounce back for him.
He's into the hippin' and hoppin'. Yes, I'm very familiar with the hippin' and hoppin'.
With the hippin' and the hoppin'?
The hippin' and hoppin' is good stuff.
I would like to get into some comic book stuff, so real quick.
All right, what do you want to talk about, man? What do we got this week?
So pretty much Jackie Chan have a better body and bones than Drax. No. Jackie Chan is basically a bag of bones right now. Like, his shit is fucked.
What are you talking about? This shit is extra durable. He's broken each one.
I was going to say.
He's been waiting. He's been hoping somebody's going to come out with an adamantium bone freezing process and he'll be able to apply.
Something tells me Jackie Chan is just in incredible pain at all times.
Or something's telling me one of his early accidents broke all his nerves.
He just don't feel shit. He doesn't feel anything at all.
Notice, they say that I don't have any more bones. It's all dust.
This is all just.
I'm still able to do what I do. So there we go.
Comic book stuff. I would like to talk about.
The Harley-verse or what? The Quinn-verse?
The Quinn Village.
The
Harley Quinn Village. Quivillage.
Yeah, because DC right now is tripping. Like, how do you got a character that literally has zero training?
But even if she did have training, better training than Batman and Wonder Woman.
Like, but here's the thing: better training and somehow faster than Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman all on her at the same time.
Combined.
Like, that is how good she is. She is literally better than Batman now.
And I'm tired of I don't like to make it a DC versus Marvel thing, but the only people I'm seeing defending this are DC fans. And I'm just like, no. Everyone's like, oh, he took him by surprise. She took Batman by surprise. That what we're rolling with?
She took 3 people by surprise who showed up to get her. They went to get her, like, they didn't like, oh, we stumbled upon her and we were wondering what she was doing. They rolled up on Harley. How the fuck you surprised somebody you rolled up on?
You know, and I don't know, maybe because I read a shit ton of comic books and I read a shit ton of Flash books. I really have a hard time seeing anyone getting the drop on someone who can move at the speed of sound.
What? No.
I'm having trouble with that. I can move at the speed of sound. How are you moving faster than me? And you don't have super speed. You're moving regularly.
I mean, technically, it should look like, to Superman, it should look like the Justice League movie. When he's moving. It should be the slowest shit ever.
Yeah.
But no. I mean, Wonder Woman 2 should see it virtually the same way.
See, I was going to say the same thing about Wonder Woman, but I know she's fast, but she's not Superman fast. So that's why I'm like, all right, come on. Now, what's the excuse? Because y'all were pushing the whole thing with the Flash and Catwoman. Oh, well, their minds were taken over by Poison Ivy. Fuck out of here, but I'll let you have that.
It means nothing.
I let them have it because to me, I'm like, okay, they still should be chopping her hand off when she connects with them. Because the impact, never mind. But anyways, so Superman is not controlled by Poison Ivy. So how is she able to do that? I'm still waiting for her explanation. Everyone's like, oh, well, she did this and she... Just knock it off. And Harley Privilege is saying...
I mean, she's a Bat character. All Bat characters get privilege. Think about Duke. Remember we kept talking about Dookie.
Who the fuck is Duke?
Dookie.
Dookie?
Dookie. He's the bright yellow Batman guy. He was around for...
Azrael?
No. The one who was around for like 30 seconds. He was in Batman All-Stars. He was the guy on the microphone. Like when Batman kept talking, and he was like, I'm training you to stand in the cave in your suit and not do anything.
Batwing?
Kind of like Batwing. He's black. But not at night Bat.
Lucius Fox?
Day Bat. No. Day Bat.
Day Bat?
Day Bat. Daytime Batman.
Oh, Duke! Oh! The signal!
The bat signal is the living bat signal.
Get that nigga!
Oh, that should have been his power. He could just summon the bat signals.
He could just tell Batman, "Hey yo, that way."
Right over there. Crime.
Oh shit!
But no. He's another example of no training. So he's out there fighting crime, and think about it. There was no training for him. He was a kid who was like basically my parents got swept up in the whole Joker thing during We Are Robin, so they're on some sort of weird Joker formula, and they've been driven mad, and I don't really have anywhere else to go. So I went out with these Robin kids, and I could kind of hold my own in a fight. All right, well let's put you against costume criminals and superheroes.
And put you in this bright ass costume.
Yeah, and this bright ass costume.
And then
extra bright.
And then we're just gonna completely forget about you.
Yeah.
DC, y'all need to get y'all shit together. I'm trying to not make this DC, but a lot of shit they're doing, I'm like, alright, what are we doing here? Like, where are we going with this? Oh shit. Shout out to Atlas in the feed who is hopefully taking a break from drawing.
You can never take a break from drawing. Just do it.
I be on that nigga's ass. And that's terrible, but whatever. The book gotta get done, nigga.
How many issues you guys through?
Huh?
How many issues you guys done?
Pages or issues?
Issues. Are you still working on one?
We're still, he's almost done with the first one.
Because I have purchased it. So I'm curious.
I
have purchased it.
Is this a customer complaint? Is this a customer complaint?
I don't know, Mr. Marvel.
Yo,
I want this to be like a Hulk Wolverine number 4.
Yeah.
Come out like a year and a half later, bro.
Yo!
Hey, wait, well, this is only like 4 issues?
Yo!
A year and a half for one of
I
these?
don't appreciate this!
You know what I'm saying?
Yo!
You know what I'm saying? I like Sekiro. I want my autograph.
Hey, yo!
You know, I haven't thought about the cheap thing. See, I need to just convince Taz to sign things for me.
Everybody relax! Everybody relax! I got all of you! I got all of you! Blame Atlas!
Blame Atlas.
The book coming. That's all he can say. The book coming.
Well, damn straight 2018. That's it. I tell you that much.
God damn it.
I don't see it coming out in 2018. Maybe 2019 got hope.
2019 is going down.
It's going down.
God damn it.
I don't even want to jump to conclusion on what month, just so it hopefully comes. Goddamn Kingdom Hearts game.
Oh, speaking of Kingdom Hearts game, I'm glad you brought that up. Did you hear that somebody stole a bunch of copies of the Xbox version from a warehouse?
Yeah.
They stole a whole bunch of copies, and
it's crazy because nobody has an Xbox. Well, I don't know why you need 30.
I can't even argue that concept.
Like 8 and you got everybody on an Xbox.
I only know one nigga with an Xbox.
Go to his house. I bet he got Kingdom Hearts.
He probably does. I only know one nigga with an Xbox, and he what was I gonna say? I only know one nigga with an Xbox, and he is one of them dudes like he doesn't want to give it up. Like he's just in complete denial.
They will release good games eventually, damn it.
Oh, Kaiju has one. Hey, he's the one that stole all the Kingdom Hearts.
Not a 360. We talking about the new one.
He got the old school.
It's still okay to have a 360. It's still okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still a good system. The Xbox One just ain't no good. I mean, it was like 6 games on it that ain't on every other system. And those 6 games I also get on PC, so I don't need it.
Xbox need to do something. They need to do something. I don't see them lasting the next
Halo every other week.
Oh, we got 2 niggas who got one. We gotta go to y'all houses to see if y'all got Kingdom Hearts.
If neither of you have Kingdom Hearts, this guy did a disservice. But alright. So he got Kingdom Hearts, 30 of them.
And he's leaking shit online. I think that's fucked up because now they're probably gonna postpone the game.
I mean, they postponed it like 8 years already.
Listen, man, didn't Kingdom Hearts 2 come out in 2003? Some ridiculous shit.
No, 2003 of the last reality. So reality.
Reality.
Yeah.
I just refuse to believe all these niggas are really that hyped for a game that has to come out in 15 fucking years.
Yeah, because they keep releasing like Kingdom Hearts 3.25,
yeah, 3.8
remix,
Dream Drop Doodoo, all types of bullshit. Fucking
Kingdom Hearts 2, 2005.
Okay, so 13 goddamn years.
Yep.
Y'all really just in there waiting on that shit?
Yeah, they hanging out. That game's still $20.
Damn. A 15-year-old game being $20 still is crazy. Borderline unheard of. But usually it's something like that, they're giving that shit away.
Oh man.
Let's see what the feed is saying. I think someone has said something. Let's see here.
Sony Hive. I got a 360. I still use it too. I had to upgrade to PS4 for the Spider-Man and Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. What's the current release date of Kingdom Hearts?
Next month, January.
Oh wow.
I think they were trying to get it out before Christmas. It ended up not happening. AKA Red Dead 2 came out.
Red Dead 2, shoot, Smash came out.
Too much competition.
Yeah.
So they were just like.
Plus, I think I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna try to put like Sora into Smash.
I thought that was the move. If anyone is fit for a goddamn game, a Sonic Smash game, it's Sora.
Dude, because you saw they just got Joker for Persona 5.
Yeah, I know people were really excited about that.
How do you have a video game that has you can play Super Mario, Princess, Solid Snake, Cloud Strife, Bayonetta,
Yeah.
and eventually Joker from Persona, along with freaking Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
Bowser. Like, you literally have a fight between who would win between Bowser and Solid Snake. No, let me add in. Let's make it a Royal Rumble between Mario, Bowser, Solid Snake. I'm gonna give him Cloud on his team.
What about who else do we want in the game? I say Crash Bandicoot.
But the only reason Crash Bandicoot's hard is because Sony did make that PlayStation All-Stars game. I don't know how
you're right.
willing they'd be.
You're right.
Especially since they just brought Crash back.
That's true. Spyro?
I don't know if Sony's gonna let. I mean, Sony's tied.
Is that Sony too?
I think. I mean, I've never seen Spyro on any other system.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's a good question. I don't know who's owns Spyro.
It's on Xbox too.
Well, yeah, I see it. Yeah, it came on Xbox One. Oh, okay. So Activision. So yeah, Activision could go over. Spyro might work. But I mean, is Spyro? What is Spyro other than Baby Charizard?
And
If Spyro went, would he have to be in a Pokeball?
Listen to me, man. In Spyro's defense, was Spyro before Pokemon?
1998.
I don't think it is.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not.
Pokemon's 96, 97.
Whoops.
96.
Yeah. So, nope.
Oh.
I mean, they had a movie by 98.
Yeah, so it had to have been
No,
like
95.
damn 95. God damn.
Yep. So, yeah. Spyro is just a baby Charizard. That's it. That's all he gets.
That's all he is.
That's all he is.
That's all we're giving him.
That's all we're giving him.
So for our last 20 minutes, I want to say, Spider-Man Into the SpiderVerse. I could argue. I want to say movie of the year.
No.
Okay, talk to me.
Avengers 4 came out this year.
3.
3. Whatever. I don't care.
Avengers.
An
Avengers movie.
They already won. They won for multiple reasons. Spider-Verse was good. I would say that it does win the award for best Spider-Man movie of all time.
Excuse me.
I would say Homecoming to me is a close one, and only because Homecoming to me felt like a really good way for Spider-Man to move forward. There's a lot missing in the old Spider-Man movies that, like you said, the New York adaptation wasn't all there. By the time they got to Spider-Man 3, it was shit. Amazing Spider-Man was like weird in the sense that it was weird. But I don't know, I didn't like the real like lucha libre fighting style, and it just didn't feel right. Last Homecoming one felt right. But Spider-Verse felt like this is the logical upgrade from the animated series cartoons that we got back in the day. Like this felt like those where it felt so comic bookish. Like Peter Parker's humor was right. Miles Morales' kind of his difference in personality felt accurate from the books, because remember, he didn't read like Peter did.
Right.
Peter read like that nerdy kid who's having fun while he's Spider-Man, where Miles always read like, what the fuck is going on?
Which is something, well, I'm glad you brought that up. What I don't like that people are trying to do now is saying that Into the Spider-Verse is pandering to people of color, because...
Oh yeah, Black Panther came out this year.
Yeah, it did. It came out in February.
Oh, you putting it over Black Panther?
Don't do that.
I didn't do that. You said. I'm asking you. Because I already said there was a movie above it. I didn't even say it was second. I just said it definitely wasn't number one, because to me, Avengers 3 was number one.
I'll revisit this.
No, now. You said we got 20 minutes.
I'll revisit it. No, I just want to talk because one of the things I love that Spider-Verse did was that it recognized that Miles is half Latino.
So did the comic.
A complaint, huh?
So did the comic. Just
the new one that came out?
Folk don't recognize that. Oh, sorry, my bad. I don't know if that's
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I was saying,
I don't like it when people say he's the Black Spider-Man. I don't like it, and I say it all the time. He's not the Black Spider-Man. He's black and Latino. Oh, well, they paid him out to be a black person. How?
He wears Jordans.
Because only black people wear Jordans. I'm learning this. Twitter tells me that only black people wear Jordans.
That is correct.
So
not one white person ever bought a Jordan.
Or Asian or Latino. No.
And those who haven't worn them. They're in the closets.
I'm learning this. I think it's hilarious. I guess. I mean, like I said, I'm learning something new here, because that kind of threw me off. Like, I was like, for those who don't know online, I was like, yo, they released these Spider-Man Morales J's, and they're like, oh, brother, get your head out the cloud. They're trying to poison our people. I'm like, huh?
Oh,
what?
They have venom shots in them, so when you run, the faster you run, venom shoots in.
The venom shoots out into you.
Poison our people, man. It's fucked up.
Let's see what the people are saying. They said the same thing about Black Panther. It's pandering the black community. Everybody wears Jordans, but black people love Jordans. Everybody loves Jordans. I can make that argument. For some reason, to me, Jordans are like fried chicken. How people say black people love fried chicken. I'm like, who doesn't like fried chicken? That is a stereotype I did not accept.
Like fried chicken and like love fried chicken are different things. Because I can tell you right now, I mean, I'm not a big fan of fried chicken.
Fair.
I mean, I like fried chicken, but I prefer rotisserie
There you go.
Fried, personally. And especially depending on how you fry it.
Walk into a KFC right now, and that's gonna be filled with black people.
It won't.
It's gonna be filled with everybody. You know why? Because everybody likes fried chicken.
No, it won't be filled with everybody. It'll be filled with mostly white people. And if you walk into a Popeyes, it'll be filled with mostly white people too. I do this shit all the time everywhere I go. Because let me tell you one thing. We live in a very white area. And there are KFCs. Mm-hmm. There are fucking Popeyes. Mm-hmm. And you know what? If it was only black people like fried chicken and shit like that, motherfuckers would not have business here. But they'd be there. They'd be there every fucking day.
Because everybody likes fried chicken.
And I walk into a chicken place, and I'm the only black person there. And they're like, so would you like fried chicken? I'm like, no, rotisserie, motherfucker. Like,
It's so different.
Everybody in there loses their shit.
So there's that, and let me see.
Japan loves Jordan's hardcore.
Absolutely.
Exactly. They just collect them. They don't wear them.
They don't wear them.
They sell them to black people for cheap.
Go look in Google and YouTube any lines for Jay's shoes, for Jordans. Look at the lines and count how many black people. You're not going to see that many.
Yeah. Let me throw this out there.
Talk to me.
You know, I've had to say this far too many times, but a lot of the pro-black, everything needs to be black, heavy, super pro-black supporters. Y'all niggas racist. Yeah, like, let me keep it 100 with y'all motherfuckers. Y'all niggas racist as fuck. Because when you say it should be all black, it's the same exact thing of, well, it should be all white. It's the same thing, motherfucker. That's how that works. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love more black representation, but if y'all really, like, go back and listen to anything like, for example, the I Have a Dream speech, it ain't, I see just niggas out there playing with other niggas. Just niggas. It ain't that. It's, you see, everybody in difference of color. That's what we're trying to get to. So this whole, like, you know, it needs to be black this, it needs to be black that. Adding black, sure, but all black is just as racist as all white. It's a mix. There's motherfuckers mixed together. That's how the whole thing starts. Mm-hmm. You know, there's racist that you fuck and you mix and you make something better. It's how it works. All right, because you know we get shit like sickle cell anemia. White people should get shit like skin cancer. If we fuck together, you get neither. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so stop with all this separation and unify people. That's all you need to do. Just unify, come together. We're all people. If you eat, sleep, and shit, you're a person. That's how it works.
If you eat, sleep, and shit, you're a person?
That's how it works.
My cat's a person?
Welcome.
Okay, anyway. We said welcome. Alright, nigga. Let's take the Matrix.
Alright.
I know what he's saying. And just,
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I see a lot of people who push that kind of shit. Like the whole, like, what's it called? Well, black writers should be the only one writing black characters. If you ain't said no more racist shit, like, holy shit. You do realize the whole problem before was
out of here.
White people were just adding white characters. Like, that was the problem before. Like, why do you want to continue the same problem and just change the color? I mean, you're not trying for progress. Like, anybody should be able to write anybody's own story.
That's where I'm at with it. I would love to see, like,
give me good stories.
You know, I just want good stories. I get what you're saying, but only is where I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, I'm glad, for example, with the new Ironheart book. It's written by a black woman. It was fantastic. It's fucking great. That's my only slice. Was that shit. And Ironheart was great. You get a person to write the character. There's a specific path for that person, and there's villains for them to fight. I'm like, why wasn't America this? Why wasn't America this? Ironheart is that weird nugget where people got what they want and then it ended up being good. You get both. Two for twofer. Same thing with Shuri. But the best Miss America books I've ever read were not in her solo title. And that's just facts.
Yeah. Pro-Black told me to boycott Spider-Man because the black man don't need the white man to teach a black guy to be a superhero. Huh. You know, it's interesting because they ignore the fact that maybe an adult superhero with the same exact power set and, I don't know, technological devices to help him be that superhero could teach a child who is now a superhero with a similar power set how to be a superhero.
I love that argument. I love that argument when people say, I've heard that argument as well. And I've always said, what's wrong with a black character taking a role? What's wrong with that?
If you a hater, everything.
I'm just saying. If you're a hater, everything. My thing is that, like,
You're a hater, everything.
what's wrong with him taking the role?
Nothing.
Yeah. I'm like,
No. I mean,
why is that a bad thing?
It's the right move logically. I mean, all right, first of all, dude obviously has, like you said, you have the same exact power set, and you couldn't even figure out how to get your hands on a stick from a wall. Mm-hmm. So, obviously, there's a learning curve to this that somebody's already done, so, you know, it'll help you out. Thank you, throatologist. That's a hell of a name, buddy.
Oh, shit, that's curious.
But, I mean, if you got a degree, you got a degree. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I mean, there's obviously a learning curve to it. You have like I said, you have a kid and an adult. I mean, dude was obviously, like, he didn't need dude to become Spider-Man, but, I mean, with everything that was going on, it's a helpful tool. And not only that, but let's be real. Spider-Man as the character is a black guy. Spider-Man is broke. Spider-Man be chased by the fucking police all the time. The news does nothing but paint Spider-Man out for every possible crime. There was a donut shop robbed today. Spider-Man did it. He's a menace. I mean, he a black dude when he in costume. He know to fight.
I'm just so mad that you said that.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Am I wrong? He gets swinging while black all day. Like, swinging around like, well, pull over. Why you swinging in this neighborhood, cuz? There's a law against that. There is today. Motherfucker.
I told I love and please I love white women. Hey man, to each their own. I just love women.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that. Which one attracts me, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I tell people if you're into what you're into. Our boy Ivy, who was here last week, he doesn't like black women.
No, he like all women. He prefer black women.
Yeah, he just prefer. You're right. He just prefers black women. He just prefers black women. Each their own.
I prefer fine women. That's what I like. I like women that are attractive to me. That qualities like looking like my woman does. So. You know, I mean, that's the whole gambit.
That's the whole thing. But anyways, is next week? Next Saturday is what, the 21st?
Yeah, next week we get Aquaman and the first good Transformers movie.
I hear great things about that Bumblebee movie.
Yeah, everybody's saying Bumblebee is the Transformers movie they've been waiting for.
I'm getting mixed reviews for Aquaman. I need to come to my own conclusion.
A fish named Momoa.
I know people who love it, but when people say they like something, I read into what they say. So a lot of the early reviews are always the nerdy niggas who watch superhero films. Yeah. So of course they're either gonna say they really liked it or they hated it. They're not gonna give you an actual analysis, a breakdown. They're just gonna say, "Oh, there was a lot of action. I had fun." Oh, there was a lot of action. I had fun. Like, is that it?
A lot of action though. I had fun.
And they had fun. So I want to watch it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy all the pretty lights and pretty stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I mean, he's not the greatest actor in the world.
He's not a good actor. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm not expecting great acting out of this.
He's a showman. But only the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has that healthy balance of being a showman and a good actor. He could do both. He's a better actor than Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I can see that.
Have you guys checked out the Defenders' Best Defense set yet? I haven't read the Silver Surfer one yet, but I'm gonna get there. I think that was a kind of bad move on Marvel's part because now people are gonna be like, Netflix Defenders who? Proves my point that I called it right when they announced that Defenders comic book with the real Defenders. I said, oh, so the Netflix shows are done. Marvel's been on this. Of course they're not going to announce it. They can't announce it before Netflix does. Like, people gotta understand how shit works. Things don't just happen that quickly. Netflix didn't just make that decision that said, alright, we're gonna announce it right now. No, this has been in the plans. They have been set this up. And Marvel knew about it. I would say Marvel knew about it before summer. Before the summer, Marvel knew, oh shit, they're not going to renew any of this shit.
They're done.
They're done. It's a wrap. I'm hearing they're only keeping Punisher and Jessica Jones, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Because I don't see Jessica Jones or Punisher in Disney flicks.
Because Jessica Jones and Punisher won't be able to make Disney flicks.
Exactly.
Daredevil wouldn't have been able to stay in Disney flicks. He was way too dark.
Now that's something else they announced. They officially said because of the clause, Disney flicks can't use Daredevil, Power Man, or Iron Fist for 2 more years.
Yep.
So that means they're going to be recasting.
Oh yeah, it's done. The job. You guys are basically fired. Sorry.
Listen, business has.
But then again, I mean,
business has. You want nothing connecting to that bloody shit. You trying to wipe that slate clean. You don't want anyone linking these characters back to that shit. Let them stay on Netflix.
I mean, the good move would have been to push them to continue just doing that. I mean, that was good. This is what I hated that Marvel Disney did back in the day with Marvel Knights.
Okay.
It was a perfect way to do the more mature characters.
You talking about the Marvel Knights line?
Marvel Knights line.
Okay.
Back when Punisher was on it, when they did Fury, when they did
Daredevil,
when they did Daredevil, Supreme Power, all that stuff
Supreme
was
Power. Great.
It was.
Well, Supreme Power is Max, but I get what you're saying.
Max, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Max and Marvel Knights.
By the way,
Marvel Knights was slightly Dr. Max. Was what I meant was Max.
No, I get what you're saying.
But I mean, they need a darker side for the street heroes. Like, you guys have so many characters they can't play in the Disneyverse.
Yeah, and they shouldn't. Like, I don't need Punisher in Wakanda.
You don't want him to have a vibranium skull on his chest?
No! I'd be perfectly okay with Punisher being over here. Punisher just being over here doing his shit. Now, if Marvel is smart, what they would do is still make it adult, just not as violent.
Okay.
And put them on either FX, because FX can do the violent shit. I mean, watch American Horror Story. Sometimes I'm like, how the hell did they get away with it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I watched
American Horror Story is nutty.
Yeah.
Are you caught up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you watched the last season?
Yeah.
She was pretty good, actually.
I like that whole concept, the whole apocalypse concept and everything, the way they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ever need to stop the devil, just get yourself an SUV, back over at least 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
And you'll delay him for a few years.
Yep.
Joe, that's the very end, dude.
Yeah.
With the couple.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was wondering why they had, like, touted them up. You know what I mean? Like, why they were important in any way.
Yeah, and I remember in the beginning they grabbed him and they said, "You're important," and he was like, "Why am I important?" And he was like, "Don't listen to me, just go. You gotta go." And it never resolved why they were important. I knew they would come back to that because they were like, "These two are important." They're like, "Why? We don't know why they're important." So, but anyways,
that's a hell of a power, though.
Yeah,
you have to think about it. Technically, based on what they did, like they didn't solve the problem. She technically just jumped to another reality.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, so there's still a reality where technically Spawn of Satan won.
They just postponed it. Like,
they doomed another reality. Because you have to think about it.
Yeah.
If you were to go, and I always wanted to write a book like this, right? With a satanic character who causes different anarchies and forces people to beat him. But because when you do something like that, when you're allowed to mess with time, remember in Earth X, that's what Mephisto did. Is he messed with time to force people to think that they were beating him, and by doing that, messing with the time stream, they cause new realities. So essentially, he just has all these realities that they keep creating because they keep thinking they beat him.
You and Earth X.
Well, dude, it's one of the greatest Marvel publications ever.
We know because you keep it up.
You don't know.
Don't Rob said FX had crazy ass Sons of Anarchy. Exactly. If they're smart, I mean, here's the deal. And I know we're reaching to the end here. Do they need to be bloody?
No.
I don't think they need to be. I thought it was cool that they did it.
But here's the only thing I could say.
Talk to me.
When they don't have it, it feels odd. And that is because when you're trying to establish a sense of realism, to a certain degree, for example, for years, as I started to get older, the fact that there are two characters on the Ninja Turtles that either would stab or slice your fucking limbs off, that never seem to stab or slice anybody, started to bother me. It's like, why do you have two swords in two sides? You don't stab or slice anybody.
At all.
At all. You all can just use bow staffs like Donnie and be, or nunchucks like Mike and be alright. Mm-hmm. You still fucking people up. Once I learned out what nunchucks and bow staff can do, I was like, oh, fuck, you crippling everybody.
You're just fucking everybody up.
It's like Batman. Like, when you really think about Batman as a character, Batman is solely responsible for all the poverty.
Yeah.
And in that city, number one, he controls all the wealth, which means he controls the majority of jobs and employment. Mm-hmm. So anytime he goes through and starts, fucking up buildings or fucking up things, he's causing people to be unemployed. Mm-hmm. Those people then join criminal organizations to live in an overly inflated price city because there's somebody who offsets wealth so much that lives there, right? Mm-hmm. Then he goes in and gives them, he cripples and beats them in ways that they can't work anymore. And then tells them they can't do crime and shuts down the criminal organization so they can't get money. And most of the time he destroys any business that they're tied to.
Hey, listen, man.
And then he knows they're criminals, so he's not going to hire them.
Batman has killed some people. I don't care what anybody says.
Not just killed
not
people.
intentionally.
People with lives.
Not intentionally.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he didn't hurt a nigga so badly he just didn't make it.
Oh yeah, no. What happened? Well, his brain's hemorrhaging.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
This hospital doesn't have Wayne Tech.
Yeah. This hospital doesn't have Wayne Tech.
No Wayne Tech here.
It's hilarious.
No Wayne Tech.
That's the best part is he can make every hospital be able to carry everybody. I mean, he brought his son back from the dead.
This is true. Those right in the alternate universe Batman, he'll make Bruce the supervillain and Joker the hero. That book actually came out. It was called Batman White Knight. It was actually pretty interesting.
That has been done a few times.
Yeah.
In the Earth 2 universe, Joker is a hero. I didn't say Earth X. I said Earth.
I just heard Earth. Every time I get triggered every time you say
every
Earth.
time, man. Your story's too good. If you guys haven't read it, check out Earth X.
Oh my god!
X and Paradise X. You'll be blown away.
I'm mad at you.
But yeah, no. White Knight was one. In Earth 2, Joker's actually the Batman of the universe. They've done it quite a few different times. Mm-hmm. I mean, anything when he sprinkles a Batman on it in the DC universe will become better.
Yeah.
DC universe is Detective Comics. The best detective in DC is Batman. Batman owns Detective Comics.
Detective Chipmunk. I heard he was the best.
No.
No? Okay, alright, we're not rolling with that.
Detective Chipmunk is basically a Robin for Batman. Batman owns you.
Oh shit. But anyways, yeah, like I don't know. People are saying, they want a Daredevil film.
Okay.
I don't want a Daredevil film.
No, we got one. It was bad.
Exactly. I don't want to.
They tried that. They tried to show the show was far better. We already know it works.
Some characters don't need to be films. They just don't. And to me, Daredevil isn't. And I did this thing online. You can look it up on my Twitter page. Up to task. I posted. I said, "What's the first thing you think about when you think of Daredevil?" Now you can read the comments, and like 98% of the comments don't mention his powers at all.
Ooh.
There's a reason for that. They mention he's blind. They mention, he has to go through a lot. They mention his Catholicism. They mention his faith. They mention all his characters. They mention his iconic costume. They mention all this shit. Rarely do you hear someone say radar sensors. There's a reason for that. Because Daredevil there's more to him than just his powers.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, talk to me.
If Daredevil wasn't blind, would he just be Iron Fist or Shang-Chi?
Would he still have his senses?
I don't know.
Well, that's important.
Well, I'm saying he did still have his fighting skills, right? I mean, that's what would set him apart. I mean, otherwise, what is he doing?
I think,
Like, if he doesn't have his senses, what he's doing? He's just fighting, right?
yeah, he's just fighting.
So then he's just an A-list.
Have we confirmed that Matt Murdock knows any type of fighting styles?
Yeah, he does. He definitively knows boxing, and he knows ninjutsu.
I know boxing. I'll give you boxing.
Yeah, he knows ninjutsu from Stick. That's what he's training.
Was he trained ninjutsu?
Ninjutsu, jujitsu is the ones I recall.
Okay, I know he has some ninja shit. Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, he was trained as a ninja by Stick. That was
I'll give you the ninja shit. I'll give you the ninja shit in the boxing.
Yeah, boxing and ninja shit.
Boxing and ninja shit. I wish Joe Quesada would go back to drawing Daredevil. He's like, to me, he's the essential Daredevil artist. All the best Daredevil pictures are from him. Heightened sentences, martial artists have trained some of the most prodigious martial artists in the world. Okay. I just don't recall that. But once again, that's just me. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I don't want to.
I remember the boxing at least.
I remember the boxing. I don't know about y'all. I cannot speak for anybody. All I say is, to me, a character like Daredevil works better in a show format than a movie, because, look at all those lawyer shows. They're like the most popular shit on TV. It's the lawyer shows. Daredevil has a lawyer show. Like, real. Daredevil has a lawyer/superhero show. People will fuck with that.
Yeah.
Y'all got the potential to turn the Defenders into your own CW verse. You can have a Daredevil show. Power Man and Iron Fist. Daughters of the Dragon. Moon Knight.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. I'm like, dude, you can have 4 shows right there. And just put those out. So anyways,
I can definitely see that, yeah.
That's our show. I want to thank you guys for maintaining with us on this Saturday morning. We're trying something new here.
Yeah, we're trying Saturdays now, so most likely we'll probably be on Saturday mornings. We'll see how this works out going forward. Yeah, and definitely thank you for tuning in.
Next week we will be discussing Aquaman and maybe Bumblebee. We're going to try and see. I'm going to try and see both. He's seeing Aquaman tonight.
Yeah,
and I'm definitely going next Thursday or Friday. I'm definitely going, and we'll definitely be talking about it. I'm looking forward to it and I hope it does really, really well. Simply because I want to prove my point that people are tired of Superman and Batman. Ooh. And when I say people, I mean non-comic book readers, which do overshadow the comic book readers. Okay. I just think people want something else now.
Well, like what? Who do you think is going to replace Batman?
Aquaman.
Really?
Not Aquaman. Wonder Woman.
Okay.
As of right now, Wonder Woman, worldwide, Wonder Woman is a more popular character than Batman.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Once we take away only comic books and just focus on the character itself,
she's greater.
Yeah.
That's a hard pill to swallow. Let me ask you this: do you think Spider-Man's still the greatest Marvel character?
No, I don't.
Who do you think is?
I say that Spider-Man's the greatest character of all times.
Spider-Man's the greatest character
of all time. Spider-Man is the greatest character.
Wow.
Of all times.
We'll have to unwrap that next time then.
I tell people, prove me wrong.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard one.
I will throw that against anybody. Spider-Man's the greatest character. He's the most relatable. He has some of the best stories.
Okay.
He has arguably one of the most iconic costumes. And they're doing one thing I've never seen in a character, and they're actually expanding his mythos. They're actually adding more to him after all these years.
That's true.
They're adding more characters. They're discovering more things about him. I've never seen that with a character before.
It's hard to argue. It's hard to argue. Spider-Man is the most well-known. He is very well-liked. He's that dude. They still need their darker themed character.
Wonder Woman's replacing Superman, not Batman. I think it's already been done, sir.
I think Harley Quinn's replacing Batman. We will go ahead and wrap this up because the heroes are in crisis right now.
God fucking damn it!
And Harley Quinn is taking all Batman.
That hurt.
That's facts.
I want to thank y'all for joining us.
Harley Privilege.
There's only the Beetle.
Quinn Village.
Harley Quinn Village.
Yep, Harley Quinn Village.
Mr. Terrific is better than Batman. Don't tell DC that.
Don't tell Marvel that they're missing out on Nightwing, Nighthawk, who's basically could take Batman's place for their universe.
No. They gave us a Nighthawk book and we said fuck you. So fuck us.
Most of you guys said fuck you.
No.
Over in this corner, we purchased every single book.
No, we did. But we have to move as slow as our slowest person. And unfortunately,
we don't have to.
Apparently we do.
That's some American shit right
Apparently we do. So anyways.
That's it for today.
Peace, folks. Thank you guys for joining us.
Much thanks. Until next time, kids. Peace.